gun in Bee's dressing gown pocket. I don't know who put it there, but I reckon that Bee was going to do away with herself.
No. Lizzie, look. I've got to talk to you.
Me? What have you been up to?
Not now. Look, give me 5 minutes and I'll meet you in the shower block.
Yeah, but you got...
Moonbeam, your solicitor's here to see you.
What, now?
No, last week. Come on, don't keep him waiting.
Well, how long do you think I'll be, Mrs. Powell? About half an hour?
I haven't the faintest idea. Could you get out? I'm beginning to think Moonbeam really picked the right name for herself. Half the time she's away with the pixies.
Between her and Smith and now that Bellman girl, the place is looking like a psychiatric centre.
Bellman is being hostile because she hasn't adjusted to her paralysis. It is understandable.
She's got a chip on her shoulder as big as Ayers Rock.
Meg told me she thought Bellman had some sensation in her legs. Have you noticed anything?
No. But if she has, I wish she'd get out of that damn chair and give us all a break.
How's it going?
Oh, not too well, I'm afraid. Pullman and Huntley have been trying to question Bee, but they can't get anything coherent out of her. Just seems to be raving about her daughter.
Doesn't sound too good.
Whatever we thought of Bee in the past, she's always been cool and rational. Now she just seems to be totally out of her mind.
So, sleep on your stomach in front of an open window, right?
You reckon that'll work, Walt?
I'll give you a money-back guarantee.
Well, here it is, only I don't see how it's gonna help.
Just trust me.
This better be good.
Right. Just mention the magic words, anti-inflation.
Will you get on with it?
And presto, instant ear plunge.
You're a nut!
Sure, I'm a nut, but I'm a lovable one.
Oh, we could use you around here more often.
What would you call me, Director of Petty Squabbles?
No, I'm actually serious. Look, I got a hell of a lot of work to do here. I could use some help. What do you say?
Oh, I don't know, love. I mean, don't think I don't appreciate it, but it's, well, it's too establishment.
This place?
No, working.
That'll be the door. Mickey.
Room for one more?
Oh, honey, it's nice to see you again. Oh, we'll come through and meet the rest of the family.
Oh, Mickey.
So what we're suggesting at the moment is that Smith be kept under close supervision for the next 24 hours.
Well, that shouldn't be a problem. You think you'll have a clearer picture by then?
We hope so, Mrs. Reynolds. At the moment, Dr. Huntley and I agree to disagree.
In what way?
As for my part, Mrs. Reynolds, I believe that Smith is on the verge of a catatonic trauma, a complete breakdown that could push her irretrievably over the edge. However, I don't have the same experience that Dr. Pullman has with prison inmates.
Excuse me for interrupting, but I've spent a lot of time with Smith, and I think she's seriously out of touch with reality.
On the surface, that's our observation too, Mrs. Morris. But I know from experience that B. Smith can be a very cool and calculating customer.
You mean she could be faking this whole thing?
It's a possibility we can't overlook.
And if she's not faking?
Then there's no question about it. Smith must be sent to a mental institution.
And about bloody time, too.
Sorry, Lizzie, but I'll be quick. If anyone sees me talking to
You mean the screws?
Well, it's not just them I'm frightened of, it's Nola.
Oh.
If she knew I was telling you about what they're doing to me, she...
I might have known that bitch was behind all this. Now, you gotta tell me the truth about Debbie and all this hocus-pocus.
There never was a message from Debbie. Nola...
And who? You gotta tell me.
Well, it doesn't matter, Lizzie. Look, if I'd known what was going to happen, I wouldn't have let them bully me into it.
Well, they're not gonna bully me, the bloody mongrels. I better see Bea right away and let her know that she's not crazy.
Careful, Lizzie.
Feeling the heat, Moonshine? I just saw Bird Brain rushing down the corridor. Real full of herself she was. You haven't been spilling her guts to her, have you?
You just leave me alone, Nola. I've done what you and Ferguson wanted. Now I just want to get out of this bloody place.
In one piece.
You lay a finger on me, and I swear I'll tell Mrs. Reynolds everything I know.
You're off the planet, Spook. You know that. I wouldn't bother dirtying my hands on you. But the freak, now that's another story. If I was you, I wouldn't say anything to anyone. Otherwise, she's going to put you out of this world. Permanently.
So all those years doing sociology and an honours degree, I find myself in a dole queue. It's pretty depressing.
Yeah, but look, Mickey, you got really good grades. You care a lot about people. I'm sure it's only a matter of time before somebody realises your worth.
Of course it is, love.
Here you go. Snow White and one dwarf.
Pardon?
Snow White and one dwarf. It's white with one sugar.
Thanks. It's all right.
She's a character, isn't she?
Look, Judy, though, if you want somebody to help you around the place, like you said before, you couldn't do any better than Mickey.
You're looking for someone to work at Driscoll?
Well, yeah,
I mean, she's fully qualified. I can give her a character reference. I don't think you'd find anybody to beat her.
Dad, you're embarrassing me, but I've got the qualifications. And I really need a job, Judy.
Well, honey, it's not as easy as it looks. I mean, some of the women here are pretty tough cookies. You have to get to know them pretty well to find out what makes them tick. Also, the pay's lousy.
I don't care about the pay. I just want to work. I'll soon get to know them inside out. How about it?
Well, I'll have to check with the department first, but yeah, I'm willing to give it a try if you are.
Great! I can start today if you like.
Hang on, do you mind living in?
That's fine by me. I'll go home now and start packing. Oh, see you later, Dad.
Bye.
But I wouldn't disturb her, Mrs. Reynolds. We're really good mates, and I know she'd be glad to see me. I could just sit there and help her with her lunch and help her keep her strength up.
That's very thoughtful of you, Lizzie, but it's not possible at the moment. Smith's under sedation.
But she can't sleep all day and she has to eat. I mean, if I could just sit there...
No, Birdsworth, you have other work to do.
But Mrs.
The governor
Reynolds...
said no.
Move along. Thank you, Miss Ferguson.
Bloody screws. If they had any brains, they'd put me in charge of her. I could take care of her better than anyone else.
You have enough trouble looking after yourself, Birdsworth.
But I know Bea better than anyone else.
Nothing to be proud of, now drop it. What are you doing here, Mackenzie? You should be at lunch.
Yeah. Well, I've got a lot of things on my mind, Miss Ferguson. That's kind of ruining me appetite.
Well, if you're not hungry, I'm sure we can find something for you to do. Get to lunch, Birdsworth.
Oh, but I'm not hungry
I said
either.
move.
I reckon we got real problems with that old bag of bones.
Birdsworth? She's harmless.
You reckon? I just saw her coming out of the shower block a short while back. And guess who was in there with her?
Moonbeam.
Right. And if she let on to Birdbrain what's been happening, we could find ourselves right up to our necks in it.
You're losing your nerve, Mackenzie. If she had, Birdsworth would have gone straight to the governor and spilled the lot.
Yeah. But even if she does keep quiet, we're still not off the hook. What happens if they find the gun after Smith has been taken off to the funny farm?
I think exactly what I want them to think. That she made the gun herself to commit suicide.
But what if one of the women find it? Somebody who knows something and wants to get back at us.
Then why don't you beat them to it? Personally, I don't think a yellow streak suits you, Mackenzie. But please yourself.
Make yourself sick, love, but you don't eat.
I'm not hungry.
I know the food's not too good, but you still gotta eat. Hey, how about coming down the rec room with me and we'll have a bit of a chat or something before the work bell goes?
I don't want anything now. You just leave me alone.
Oh, why don't you come with me? We only want to be your friends.
Is that why you've all been gawking at me like I'm something out of a sideshow?
We didn't mean any harm, love. We were all worried about you. You can't stay all the time on your own.
Look, all I want from any of you is to be left alone. Look, I know you mean well, but you're wasting your time.
But I don't mind, love.
Well, I do. Haven't you got anything to do, Birdsworth?
Yes.
Then do it. Solicitor's here to see you, Bellman.